Hey YouTube, yes, this is actually me playing this. So it's a Master League team. Basically, I only have two legendary XL Pokemon, Necrozma and Lugia, and Necrozma is ranked higher, so I started with that, and I went to the pairings, my P-Poke pairings, up to what works with it. Dragonite does. I have a Dragonite built up, and then I was just looking through the other Pokemon. I recommended like Palkia Origin and all these legendary Pokemon that I do not have. So I looked through, I'm just like, you know what? I've seen Rhyperior enough. I know the strengths of it. The team does have some flaws, uh, but I wanted to just test it out anyway. So I went with Rhyperior, and I did overall pretty well with the team, considering I have not, I play like Master League like once per season. So let's get into the battles. Um, Tapu Bulu, a fairy grass, so pretty bad there. I get into the necrozma, and I know Sunsteel Strike is like an insane nuke. And I know it's also super effective. So it threatens people a lot. Even like you're gonna see, I want to get like Kyogre a bunch, and it threatens the Kyogre that they have to respect it. So I'm gonna get this one off here, and this will grab the second shield or take it out. So it grabs the second shield. So basically, how I played with this team was Dragonite lead. I stayed in. You don't need to safe swap anything here. Um, so I basically stayed in with anything that I could, anything that wasn't fairy, so anything that was a dragon or Yveltal was a couple times on the lead, just stayed in with those. And then Necrozma, I used both Necrozma and Rhyperior save swaps, quite honestly, because I felt like both had play. And in this scenario, I saved two shields in the back for Rhyperior. The type of Boo on the lead is extremely tough as a grass and fairy Pokemon. I go in Rockcracker here because I know that, yes, I know Break and Swipe is super effective, but I also know that Rockcracker is like a nuke as well with same type of attack bonus. So I wanted to just do that to see if I can just commit to the absolute farm down here because I need a move coming out and I have it. So Rockcracker immediately just to chip this as much as I can. And again, it's basically a nuke, so almost one shots. And now I get to the breaking swipe. So we CMP, they have to throw. And then my Dragonite will sweep it in the ending. So um, terrible lead and a lost swap, and I won that matchup. So that's great. Palkia, what I learned about Palkia versus Dragonite is, yes, you get to the Dragon Claw first, but if they shield, it's just an instant farm down, unfortunately, which puts you in a kind of tricky situation. The good news is why Necrozma is a great. Oh, they actually threw, which is even better. I was going to say, they could have farmed me down. I remember going against one that did farm me down. The strength is if you are against this and they do farm down, you got Necrozma, which is a steal, and it will resist the Draco. So they have to throw just the Aqua Tails. They are down a shield and they get into their own Necrozma very behind on energy. So I'm very comfortable just staying in. Shadow Claw is super effective. Dark Ball is super effective. I'm going to commit to the farm down. Yes, I'm going to 100% shield this up because it would do exactly what I just did to them. So I'm not taking that move, but I will farm down and come out with some energy. And we'll see if they come in back in with the Palkia or they come back in something else. Um, and that something else is a Landorus. So I'm at the nuke. Let's just see how much of a nuke this is. And I remember landing one, and oh yeah, that's a nuke. So get the nuke off. Back. Uh, oh no, it's just staying in this matchup. Force him to throw energy. That's fine. And then Rhyperior, just with these slaps, will be able to slap down the rest. That is Sunseal Strike. What a nuke. Okay, another bad lead here. And here's a Kyogre. And this one, again, this is why I kind of like this Pokemon, because even in bad matchups, I'm pretty much every time I save swap this and built up to the Sunseal Strike, even resistant matchups, like water resists steel, and every single Kyogre shielded. Like, they are so scared of this move. Um, I'll bring it up. It's something like 180 damage, I think. Like it's a real big nuke. Maybe in terms of like raw damage, the best move in the game. So Sunsteel Strike with same type attack bonus is 162 damage. 65 energy, 162 damage, 2.49 damage per energy. So an insane nuke there, which they respected. Unfortunately, I went against Xerneas multiple times and I shielded up Moonblast both times, and then they eventually just do that, and then, oh yeah, Kyogre. Double super effective water because I am ground and rock, so that one-shots me, and then I get taken out, and that's a Dialga. With a shield advantage, I have no shot. Okay, in terms of rut damage, Aeroblast, there's a couple ahead. Aeroblast, and then Boom Burst, Draco Meteor, Dragon Ascent, and then um, we are tied. Oh no, it's only 135 energy. 65 for 135, 2.07 without the same type attack bonus. Okay, Yveltal, so this is great. This is obviously where I want to see Yveltal. It's the best chance I have just to do neutral damage with the Dragon Claws and Dragon Breath and Dragon Claws. Yes, Rock Wrecker would be super effective, but the Mudslaps are resisted, and then the Claws and Dark Pulse and everything resisted there. Not Censoring Steel, but they are Dark and I'm a Psychic, so that is a terrible matchup. So we are 100% staying in. We are going to shield. We need to try and get this out of the way here. Get to a move. I really thought they'd shield and try and get to another move and take it to the one shield, but they let this go. And it's a fairy, so we are going to instant swap and hello Kyogre again. You're definitely seeing a lot more Kyogres, and I remember Kyogre kind of went away when Dialga and Palkia were everywhere, right? Because Dialga is a dragon and Palkia is a dragon water, so I remember Kyogre going away. Um, but then now with all the Rhyperiors everywhere and Landorus is still around. It was a say swap before. Um, there seems to be more Kyogres, or I've just never played this in a long time. I just don't know the meta anymore. They make a catch on Togekiss, which is a good catch. That's okay. I know I will outpace this. We both have 3-turn fast moves, Charm and Mud Slap. So I'm already out of move, but I'm just going to try and farm up a little bit more. This Rockbreaker, super effective to the flying, will one-shot for sure. Goodbye Togekiss. And I'm just throwing the Breaking Swipe right away because I don't know if I'm going to get to a move. And I believe if I just chip with the Breaking Swipe, I could just like Mud Slap down. Yeah. Another Xerneas lead. So let's see what I go. Yeah, makes sense. And I get hit with a Rhyperior. The thing with Rhyperior is, one, it has no moves for you because Breaking Swipe and Rock Wrecker are resisted. And two, Sun Steel Strike is super effective. So they get scared often. Um, and my game just decides, okay, that was kind of like a weird leg. Again, Breaking Swipe is resisted. Rock Wrecker is resisted, but it's still a nuke. Uh, that was fast, but it still could be Breaking Swipe, which is super effective. So I'm gonna shield. Um, and should throw the move first? Nope. Okay. Don't throw the move first. So what I'm gonna do, get up to like 100 energy, and then they instant swap here. And again, this is one of those where I probably just how fast this thing charges with Geomancy. It's probably one of these that like I get scared, they Moonblast, and then they close combat to take me out. So I do bait back. Um, and they do shield, but they do get to a Rock Wrecker. Sorry, they do get to a close combat before I get to a Rock Wrecker, and this is basically going to take me out and cost me the match. So again, oh, actually that did less damage than I expected. I think I lowered their attack with the Breaking Swipe, that's why. Or else I would have done much, much more. Cannot quite take them out. Rhyperior comes in, I try and snipe, or try and catch, but I just catch a super effective Breaking Swipe. I gotta commit to the farm down. Mudslap's resisted, so I'm not worried about being slapped down. And then I throw blindly into Dialga because I'm a noob. I still get a Dragon Claw and a Superpower off. Superpower is obviously super effective because of Steel. Dragon Claw is neutral because of Steel and Dragon. And still, with that combo, do not take them out. And I think I'm too low on health. Oh, I know. Commit to the farm down, have the Rock Wrecker. Look at that comeback. How many lead losses am I taking here and still winning? Yeah, so I think I did pretty well, all things considering the team, I don't know if it fully makes sense, and I haven't played in this meta in forever. I think I did pretty well in this meta. So yeah, Mudslap's resisted. Yes, they have two super effective moves. I'm throwing the first move. I maybe should have gone for the super effective superpower here. I figured they would shield because they had a ton of energy, but they did not shield. And then I tried to give it to then they throw a break and swipe. They lower my attack. I'm like, I can still farm down. No, I can't because they lower my attack and they get to a rock wrecker. So I got a double burn shield. And this game's, yeah, you can't start like this and then think you're going to come back. Um, so necrozma is half neutral to superpower, so I'll throw it. But then I'm behind on energy both places. So they have shields plus on steel strike and foul play will be super, or dark pulse will be super effective here. So all sorts of trouble in this matchup already. It's tough when you like when you make the mistake, like right off the bat, this matchup was lost within the first like 30 seconds. I should have went superpower, that would have one-shotted. Um, and then if I could have just come mirror match Rhyperior. And then once they didn't, I should have taken it out before they got to a second move and grab my shield. So I grab that one, take it to the one shield, and then either go down or take it on the one 2v1, as opposed to just burning two and then yeah. So like once you make those mistakes, you're not coming back. You have no chance. Um, so Dragonite right here actually, I mean, you're double weak to ice, but there's not really a lot of ice in this meta. But those two kind of handle each other's weaknesses, right? Rhyperior, you're going to have trouble with water and fighting. Dragonite is a flyer, and Dragon will resist that. Necrozma, tough lead, right? So where do I go here? I go Rhyperior. I'm like, I'll use Rhyperior as a safe swap. Sure, let's see it. And they are slow. So I'm just going to throw the Rock Wrecker. I know it's resisted, but Rock Wrecker is still a really, really hard-hitting move. So this will chip a lot, and it does. And out comes the Dragonite. Eventually go. I was debating going Rock Wrecker, but I'm like, you know what? Dragon Claw is super effective. I may grab a shield. Um, you know, I don't. I was like, they're gonna throw and do it before that, so let's just chip. It's not a break. It's not a, Rock Wrecker, but I have a feeling they were gonna throw like right before I got to the move. So I'm like, let's just do some chip damage and force their hand here. And they undercharge. So I get into another one, which is huge. And I'm pretty sure I lower their attack times 2 now, so I will come in Necrozma and just take it. They come in there Necrozma. Obviously, I'm going to shield because this will hurt. But a pretty good situation right now. Get the full farm down. They do not have much left on the Rhyperior. What is in the back? It is their own Rhyperior. What do they have? Wait, what did they have? And that one shots, and then I catch Dragonite. Um, and then I catch Hurricane here and take it out with the claw. Yveltal will play this out. So yeah, you know, I think that is playing. There's 4 minutes left in the battles, and I actually did pretty good explaining the team and how to work with it and everything. But we've done 12 and a half minutes of battle straight. Let's talk about just general Master League and how I felt playing this versus playing Little Cup. Um, I felt that I had more fun here than I did in Little Cup because even though I didn't have the top meta Pokemon here, it felt like these Pokemon were all still strong, right? Unlike, and that's the thing, I kind of outlined this in the problems with the Little Cup versus Master League, is like the difference between Shuckle and Meryl in their scoring on PvPoke at like 98 and 95 versus like the next Pokemon, which is Greninja at like 84, is a substantial drop. Um, so you have like two absolutely dominant Pokemon and then like the rest way below. Whereas in Master League, yes, it's hidden behind a lot of legendary XL Pokemon, but you could theoretically throw a ragtag team of like Dragonite, Rhyperior, Florges, just a bunch of non-legendary Pokemon, and still compete. It doesn't feel like there's like a huge distinct difference between like the top Pokemon and the rest of the class. It just feels like, yeah, there's some slightly better Pokemon, but everything's sort of like has potential in this meta. So I think that I noticed that. I didn't have any timeout games. I had um, multiple timeout games in Little Cup, and I did not have one timeout game here. So they went pretty fast. Again, most things, as you can see here, just takes 2 moves to take out, right? Which is fine because it's better than the 4, 5 plus moves you need to take out Shuckle and Meryl and stuff, right? So That's why the matchups go faster. Um, yeah, I think that there is a very simple solution to this. I don't know if they will ever do this. Right now, it is 100 candies to equal 1 XL for a Pokemon. So if you have 100 candies or 100 rare candies you want to dump into a Pokemon, you can convert that into 1 XL. If they move that down to like 20 or 10, um, I have 700 rare candies sitting that I have from GBL and all that stuff that I have not. Again, I've been playing since 2018. I have like 700 rare candies because I have a bunch of level 40 Pokemon. I got Mew. I got pretty much every legendary level 40. Palkia, Dialga, Mewtwo, all level 40, but only two that are XL'd, Lugia and Necrozma. And if they reduced the candy to XL requirement from 100 to 1 down to like 20 to 1 or 10 to 1, I would throw all 700 rare candies into various Pokemons and change those to XLs. They could make this so much accessible by just lowering that requirement, right? I am 25. I was looking at it. I don't have a hundo. I was looking at Zacian. I have 20. I'm like 230, 200, yeah, 230, let's call it, XLs on Zacian. So I need then another 60. Um, I'm not putting 60 XL candies into this thing. I'd save the actual candies for like a mythical or something like that. But I have like a couple hundred candies in it right now. I would throw all my rare candies into it to get it to the XL if I could. And I think a lot of people would too. So if they just lower that requirement, you would see a bunch of people like me go from like two XL legendaries to probably like 10. Because there's just the raid number of candies that you have for it. There's the rare candies that you're dumping into it. I think it's just very like I think it's a good option, but I don't think Niantic's ever gonna do that. Yeah, that's my thoughts on Mesh League. It is playable. Again, you can get away with non-legendary Pokemon. I still think you need the level 50s to really compete. Um, I found it more fun than Little Cup, but this is going up Saturday morning, and you guys don't watch videos on Saturday, and you guys sure as don't watch Match League. So thank you to the 1,000 of you who actually clicked on this. Appreciate that. And for those of you who stay, actually, this isn't even that long of a video. It's 18 minutes. That's on the shorter end of videos here. Um, yeah, so thanks for watching. Appreciate the thumbs up and the likes and the comments. And I will see you guys in the next one.